It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is the Texans' sure-handed wide receiver. He was catching every...
And we are underway from Houston. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 60 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Here's Herbert now on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Herbert's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Touchdown, Allen! A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There's not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be close to another first down. In fact, he has a first down on a gain of 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Texans at 8-1 on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Stroud sets up the play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on third.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
88 yards pushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Seven, our score after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, break.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Come on.
Here's a give up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Play action. It's Herbert. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Brandon Ayuk, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked in terms of this.
Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On the bootleg, Stroud. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Rowe. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. That's right. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And we'll have time on the horizon. They'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stroud. Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here are the Texans to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
Just get it in the pocket. Come on, be patient.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Stroud on third down now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Herbert working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Herbert now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Pushing. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Houston. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights through him, and they can't bring him down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. His throw incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, 66 yards. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. On an looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
There they'll keep it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Stroud off the play fake. And it is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
18 Cardinal.
Stroud to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're right on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. That's taken in by Palmer. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Herbert off of play action. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Ayuk with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Texans on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he'll find Everett there, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's Herbert. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Herbert going to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, 64 yards. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
That one looks like he'll throw here. For the left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 43 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Now Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing, Herbert. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the outright. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Herbert to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin puts it on. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, a field goal is probably going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so.
It's Week 11 of the National.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.